All right, so this first item came in from QNAP, and there's a lot of packaging here to work our way through. So let's see what is inside. Now this is something rather unique. This is, let me get it oriented in the right direction here so you can see what we're looking at. This is a network switch, but it also has a network attached storage device, I believe, built inside. So it has some additional functionality beyond just being a network switch. And we're going to take it out of the box here and see what we've got inside of it. All right, so we got the box out of the box, and now we can open up the box that's here, and we'll see what's inside. This has PoE on some of the ports as well. So it's a smart switch. You can do your VLANs and everything. You can run your network attached storage out of it, and it has the ability to run virtual machines. So you can boot up Linux instances and Windows instances inside the switch itself. And I believe they're isolated. We'll check on all of that before we do the full review. So in the box here, we've got a power cord, a gigabit Ethernet cable, and a mounting bracket, it looks like, and some screws and stuff for that. I have a little instruction guide here as well. Let's get the overhead view back here, and we'll see what this switch looks like. And that is it. So let's pull it out of the box here. This looks like some heavy-duty pro gear. By the way, I forgot to mention, this is on loan from QNAP, so this goes back to them when we're done. I believe it costs about $700 or so, and it is heavy, by the way. You can easily rack mount this, I'm sure, to get a better configuration, or you can just have it lay flat somewhere. And we'll see what's inside. Now, this is not fanless, so you will need to keep its vents clear. It's powered by an Intel Celeron processor, and it looks like this one, according to this label, has 8 gigs of RAM built into it as well. So this is kind of a neat idea. And I've actually been thinking about setting up a VLAN here at the house, and I would need a, kind of a smart switch to manage all of that. So that's part of what we're going to look at with this thing, and we'll see how this does with all of that. So here it is. Let me get you my other angle here real quick to get a better view of it. And here you go. So you got a display here. You've got all your ports. The PoE is on these 4 here. This is a host port, so I'm assuming that might be a serial connection to get into the terminal screens to access it. You have HDMI out here. We've seen this on a lot of other QNAP devices. They actually have an interface that runs on a television screen. Got a couple of USB ports here. Again, this is the kind of stuff you would normally see on their NAS. And then you've got all of your gigabit Ethernet ports here, along with 2 SFP ports for expansion. It looks like we've got some lights here on the front to indicate disk usage and whatnot. Pretty cool stuff. I might want to try to pop this thing open, though, and see what's inside. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll continue with the other unboxings. So we just opened up the case. It's very easy to get into, and as you can see, there is a lot of room in here for some expansion. Now this supports dual channel memory. It's got 8 gigs installed right now, and that is the maximum. This is your Intel Gemini Lake chip here, so it's not a super fast computer, but it's going to be good enough for some virtualization, some Docker, and some NAS functionality. You've got your network switch components here, again, along with PoE on the first 4 ports. Right here, you've got 2 SATA slots for hard drives. This will fit a 2.5-inch drive, so I'll probably install some of my spare 2.5-inch SATA SSDs in here, so we'll test that out when we do the full review. And then here's something cool. You've got 2 PCI Express slots on the left-hand side, so you could slide in a 10 gigabit Ethernet card and add 10 gig to the mix as well. If I'm feeling ambitious, maybe we will try that. But that's pretty neat to have all that on here. And again, this is a switch and a NAS and essentially a PC, and you've got it all in one unit. And I'd be interested in hearing from folks as to whether or not it's a good idea to put all of this stuff inside one device, although I think in many small office environments it might make a lot of sense. So yeah, we'll be playing around with this thing some more. We might actually do a live stream as I get everything configured, so stay tuned for that.